You had May, now you had March. What changed your mind? Was it what Tom Keene jokingly referred to as the Dudley bounce last week?
I mean, what changed our mind is they basically told us they're going to hike in March. So it seems pretty obvious what to do in terms of the Fed call when they basically write the Fed call down for you. It was, I think, me and a lot of people I talked to are still somewhat in shock about how rapid and blunt a change in message occurred last week. Again, the Dudley bounce, what motivated it? Hard to say. I thought it was telling that Stan Fisher in some Q&A last Friday said words to the effect of, well, there's been a change in animal spirits, or if you want to just call it, stock prices. And so it seems like the move that we've seen in risk assets is a contributing factor. I think the relative stability of the dollar in the face of that has probably also given them some comfort. But why that message last week versus 2 weeks ago, you may remember we got minutes that were generally regarded as a little bit dovish. So it seems like a pretty sudden change. I guess it's asset markets contributed to that. Perhaps the committee just reached a tipping point where the number of people who felt they were getting behind the curve was probably growing to the point that the chair realized if she wanted to keep consensus on the committee, it would probably be best to get the message out there that they're moving sooner.
You were at that Stan Fisher event, with apologies to Lin-Manuel Miranda. You were in the room where it happened. Let me ask you about his view of the markets versus the rest of the committee. Does he take a more active interest in how the markets are doing versus the rest?
You know, I think the arguments, perhaps, we haven't heard quite the same statement from other committee members. Maybe he's just being more frank. I think the argument we've been hearing a lot more lately is that they've been asking themselves in public whether they're getting behind the curve. They keep saying no, but the fact that they're even asking it shows there may be some doubt in their mind that they are. And again, I think it probably varies from person to person. For someone like Lael Brainerd, she's probably more focused on the dollar and on foreign developments not being a headwind right now. But I suspect to some degree all committee participants are factoring in what we're seeing in surveys and in equity markets.